Welcome to the 128th commencement of the University of Idaho. Now entering are the faculty of the university. A long tradition at the university is for the faculty to form two columns through which the graduation candidates will pass. The College of Graduate Studies. Formalized in 1925, the College of Graduate Studies leads the university's graduate-level research and creative activities and oversees all graduate programs for the university. The College of Law. Established in 1909, the College of Law offers a Juris Doctor degree with 4 optional areas of emphasis and several optional concurrent degree programs. Dr. Johanna Kalb serves as Dean, and the College of Law includes 41 full-time faculty members. Aaron Argamon is the featured graduate from the College of Law. He was a 2022 J.P. Stevens Foundation Fellow and a student ambassador for the college. Originally from Riverside, California, Aaron's goal is to work at a public defender's office and to teach the next generation of lawyers how to effectively fight for racial justice and equality. The College of Art and Architecture. Established in 1981, the College of Art and Architecture includes 5 programs offering 9 undergraduate and professional degrees in architecture, art and design, interior architecture and design, landscape architecture, and virtual technology and design. Dr. Shauna Corey serves as Dean, and the college includes 42 faculty members. Austin Smith is the featured graduate from the College of Art and Architecture. A native of Spokane, Washington, Austin has a passion for built environment and design, creative art making, and hockey. Austin completed a speculative design solution for workplaces and studios in the college and his capstone proposal for the new Palouse ice rink. The College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Founded in 1920, the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences offers 19 undergraduate degrees, 10 master's degrees, and 2 specialist degrees. Dr. Brooke Blevins is the Dean of the college, which includes 58 faculty. Jordan Fredrickson from Troy is the featured graduating student from the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. She is earning her bachelor's degree in elementary education with a concentration in exceptional child, generalist, or special education. Jordan was named the Dean's List, and she will seek a full-time teaching position where she can create a safe, inclusive classroom and advocate for diverse populations of students. The College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. Dr. Sean Quinlan serves as Dean of the college, which includes 137 faculty across the state. Grace Catherine Meyer is the featured graduate from the College of Letters, Art, and Social Sciences. She's earning bachelor's degrees in criminology, psychology, and sociology, and is the president and founding member of Alpha Phi Sigma Honor Society. Grace will be attending graduate school at the University of Idaho, specializing in correctional programming and reentry, inspired by her professors and peers in the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program. She aims to continue advocating for education during incarceration.
I can conceive of a national destiny which meets the responsibilities of today and measures up to the possibilities of tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the platform party. Members of our platform party include Shauna Corey, Johanna Kalb, Sean Quinlan, Jerry McMurtry, Brooke Blevins, Ken Udis, Dan Ewert, Blaine Eccles, Tanner McLean, Susanna Long, Dean Taylor, Lindsey Brown, Jeff Siegmiller, Chris Nomura, Marie Duncan, Richard Nielsen, Sean Kyo, Heidi Gardner, Thomas Warren, Kevin Satterley, Ben Hunter, Tori Lawrence, Kelly Quinnett, and C. Scott Green, the 19th President of the University of Idaho. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Army ROTC Color Guard, followed by the performance of our national anthem by Caitlin Atchison.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome the chair of the University of Idaho Faculty Senate, Kelly Quinnett.
Please be seated. Good morning. It is my honor to welcome you to the University of Idaho's 2022 Winter Commencement. This is a special time when our university gathers to honor our students as they complete their course of study and begin a new chapter in their lives. Please join me in welcoming the 19th President of the University of Idaho, C. Scott Green.
Thank you, Professor Quinnett, for opening our commencement ceremony and for your service as the Chair of Faculty Senate. Students, parents, families, deans, faculty, and honored guests, welcome to the University of Idaho, our state's flagship land-grant institution. Our history is important, and I want to begin by acknowledging that our University of Idaho Moscow campus is located on the homelands of the Nimiipuu, Palouse, and Stishoomsh tribes. We extend gratitude to the indigenous people that call these places home since time immemorial. The university recognizes it is our academic responsibility to build relationships with the indigenous people to ensure integrity of tribal voices. It's been a tough few weeks for our community, and I want to acknowledge an enormous loss in our Vandal family recently. Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves were taken from us far too soon by a senseless act of violence. They were bright lights on our campus and cherished members of our community. Let's honor their memory with a moment of silence right now, followed by a song from the Vandaliers that honors the students we lost, as well as those students graduating today. Beautiful, thank you. Seated directly behind me and on the floor are representative members of the University of Idaho's leadership. Will the platform party and other members of the university leadership team joining me from the audience please rise? Our leadership team has demonstrated its commitment and dedication to the students of this great institution. Commencement is one of our favorite days of the year. On behalf of the university's leadership team, we are excited to celebrate this accomplishment with you today. Please be seated. This is the 128th commencement year for the University of Idaho. More than 125,000 students have earned more than 134,000 degrees since the first graduates walked across our stage in 1896. That tradition continues today. 565 graduates are joining the ranks of Vandal alumni this winter. We take great pride in our academics, which incorporates experiential learning across disciplines, from cutting-edge research to internships. Our faculty work closely with our students and connect with them on a personal level. A Vandal education combines rigorous academics with invaluable experiences outside the classroom, building small, affordable homes in Moscow, treating injuries at the iSmart Athletic Training Clinic, or working with nonprofit groups, financial institutions, and owners during the pandemic to keep Idaho citizens from getting evicted, among many other things. Vandals learn by doing. The result is graduates who are sought after by industry and command the highest starting salaries of any public university in Idaho. U of I alums work hard and know how to contribute from day one. They add value to their companies and their communities. A great example is Belinda Sell, who is graduating today from the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Originally from Missouri, she started her professional career in analytical chemistry, biology, and genetics labs, but switched paths and came to the U of I to prepare for a career in education. After earning a perfect 4.0 GPA in her graduate courses last summer, she conducted a week-long course for local youth that taught them chemistry lessons through making pizza. She taught 3 chemistry courses at Lewiston High School this semester, and her ultimate goal is to work in educational outreach on behalf of a laboratory or a museum. Or Grace Catherine Meyer from Sandpoint. She's earning her bachelor's degrees in criminology, psychology, and sociology today from the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. She was a class ambassador and the president and founding member of the U of I's Criminal Justice Honor Society. Alpha Phi Sigma. Catherine was a dedicated student in the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program, which provides educational opportunities for incarcerated individuals, and she plans to attend graduate school and continue advocating for education in prisons. I know there are hundreds of terrific examples of Vandals who not only gained a great education here, but also made their mark by investing in their community and lifting up those around them. There's no better demonstration of this than our first-generation students. If you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, please stand. The path to graduation is always challenging, but it's even more so as a first-generation student. You are a great example and a guiding light for your family and your community. Congratulations to you and your families. You may be seated. As graduates, I encourage you to continue to be curious, continue learning, and continue investing in the people around you. This is an exciting time of your life. It's a time to take some risks, to work hard, to make a difference. This particular class of Vandals persevered through an unprecedented pandemic. You adapted and you learned new skills on the fly, and you took precautions to protect yourself and your community. Embrace all that you've gained. Your education was unlike any in history, and I believe you're stronger and more prepared for your careers than those who came before you. Vandals are running boardrooms across this country, seeking justice in our courtrooms and serving in our classrooms across Idaho and the West. They're healing family members in Idaho hospitals and working in the corridors of power in both Boise and Washington, D.C. And they're even on the field in the NFL. You are joining the ranks of these leaders. Set your sights on something great. Always be prepared to operate a little bit out of your comfort zone. It'll be hard work, there'll be setbacks, but your Vandal family will be here to provide support to you along the way. You will always have the Vandal Network to help you chart your path, and you are now ambassadors for our Vandal family. Keep telling your Vandal story, and we'll be right here cheering you on. Congratulations, and go Vandals! As I look out over all these graduates, I know that none of you got here alone. You were supported by friends and family. These are people who care care about you and who you care about. So let's take a minute and thank them. Graduates, please stand and wave to your friends and family who have supported you along this journey. You guys are actually pretty well behaved. Usually there's a lot more hooting and hollering going on. That's always fun, though. It's one of my favorite things. It's a privilege to have one of our University of Idaho regents here today to help us congratulate our graduates. Sean Keogh is a member of the State Board of Education and a University of Idaho regent. A Sandpoint resident, she served in the Idaho Senate for 22 years. Regent Keogh, will you please bring greetings to our graduates?
As you know, the State Board of Education is the governing body for all education in the state of Idaho, including K through 12 and all higher education institutions. On behalf of the regents of the University of Idaho and the Idaho State Board of Education, I bring you greetings to our graduates and our families. On behalf of my fellow regents, I also want to express our profound empathy for our Vandal family's loss. We are all Vandals. Today, we celebrate you, and we are proud of your achievements. You have worked hard, and today will graduate from Idaho's land-grant institution. We wish you the very best for your future. Congratulations, and go Vandals.
Thank you, Regent Keogh, for being with us today and for your service to this university and to the state of Idaho. Later in our ceremony, we'll honor Kevin Satterley for his tremendous collaborative leadership that's helped elevate higher education in Idaho. That theme of collaboration rings true with our commencement speaker, Dr. Heidi Gardner. She's the author of the best-selling book, Smart Collaboration, and the newly released Smarter Collaboration, a new approach to breaking down barriers and transforming work. Dr. Gardner is a distinguished fellow at Harvard Law School and the faculty chair and instructor in multiple executive education programs at the Harvard Business School. She's been a Fulbright Fellow and worked with a wide variety of companies around the world as an advisor and facilitator. She boosts performance by embedding the principles and practices of smarter, agile, cross-silo collaboration. She's also helped our team here at the University of Idaho become better collaborators and more effective leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 2022 Winter Commencement speaker and my good friend, Heidi Gardner.
Thank you for the warm welcome, President Green, and thank you to everyone here in the community for having me with you on this incredibly momentous occasion. I've been thinking a lot about you over the last weeks and want to extend to each of you my deepest wishes for continued healing and peace. And this day today is about you, the graduates. And I'm absolutely thrilled and grateful to be with you to offer just a few morsels of wisdom and guidance as you're moving forward in your life journey. You've worked incredibly hard. And by the end of our short, and yes, I do mean short time together here, I'll keep it small, I know that's what you want to hear, I hope you pick up at least one small practical action that you can take forward that will multiply your hard work so that you can go further than even you imagine at this point. But let's be honest, are you sitting there wondering what I could possibly say that's relatable and practical for each of you? Well, here's the truth. We share a lot more in common than you might initially realize from that intro. For example, like some of you who grew up in a rural area, I was born and raised in Amish country in Pennsylvania. That means we probably share a similar work ethic and a pragmatic outlook. And also, like some of you,
you and all of you, and some I saw stand up earlier. I'm a first-generation college student, and I'm only here because my parents dreamed that their kids could have better and more opportunities than they did. And then they sacrificed to make that happen. So I didn't take that lightly. I've always worked incredibly hard, and I've had some amazing experiences along the way, from working in the former East German educational system as a Fulbright Fellow to helping companies succeed in South Africa. And I'm incredibly grateful for my mentors along the way, and now my husband and 2 daughters for putting up with and supporting my crazy travel schedule and long work hours. Now, just a few minutes ago, you had the opportunity to stand up and acknowledge and thank the people who have been supporting you along the way. And congratulations, you've actually just practiced the important piece that will help to supercharge your work going forward. By the simple act of saying a heartfelt thank you, did you know you improve your own physical and mental health? And it inspires people around you, the people you've thanked, to be more generous and pro-social, and it strengthens relationships, which kickstarts a virtuous cycle. So, first piece of advice to you, practice gratitude every single day. Now, for some of you who are kind of looking at me like this, I'm watching you, okay? Because you think this sounds fluffy. But if that's what you're thinking, if you're a little skeptical about that piece of advice of practicing gratitude and all the benefits that comes to you, I'd encourage you to read the research. It's backed up by hard neuroscience, and it has been used to great effect in places like helping our country's soldiers who are suffering from and fighting back against PTSD. So don't tell those brave women and men that practicing gratitude is soft. Now, going back to what we do and don't have in common, anybody here speak Japanese? I know at least one person here speaks Japanese. It's a weird thing for a girl who grew up in Amish country. I started studying Japanese when I was 16 years old. I'd won a place to study for a month or so at a state-sponsored summer school, and I fell in love with the language because it was the most foreign thing I'd ever heard. And from Amish country, that's kind of a form of rebellion. And I went on to be a Japanese major in college. Nihongo dekimasu. ICU to kansai gaira ni benkyou shite imashita node. I wasn't perfectly fluent, but I could converse pretty easily and even read a newspaper. And these days, I'm lucky if I can order sushi without a grammatical mistake. And so people ask me, aren't you frustrated you spent so much time learning Japanese and you don't really use it anymore? Wasn't it a waste of time? No way. It allowed me to live with Japanese host families, participate in the culture, and make friends I could have never done without investing in learning a language. And to this day, those experiences help me empathize with people across very different cultures because I know what it's like to be an outsider. It also gives me courage to try really difficult things and not be afraid of making mistakes. So what? Well, here's my point to you. If you're curious or passionate about a topic or an idea, jump on it. You never know where it will lead. And learning is a lifelong adventure. No matter what you studied here on campus, I bet you're going to find that maybe it's not the content, but the way you learned to learn that will really make a difference. And think back to when you were 16 or younger. For some of you, that wasn't all that long ago. Were you super interested in some area, but then abandoned it to pursue a more quote-unquote realistic path? Let me tell you quickly about a really awesome person I just met while doing my research. She's a lawyer who told me, I've always been a gearhead. She said, I went to law school so that I could buy better cars. Well, that's a motivation. Now she leads her firm's global autonomous vehicles practice. And I think that's a brilliant example of how somebody took their grown-up profession and crafted it to deploy her passion
And she's great at it because she's authentic and because she really, really cares. So have you reflected on what makes you great? Passion's part of it. Hard work is part of it. And you also have some incredible strengths built of your unique life experiences and talents you've cultivated along the way. Keep reflecting and honing. The more you recognize your strengths and practice them, the more pronounced they'll become. Find out where you shine, and then run full blast with these superpowers. So that's my second piece of advice after practicing gratitude. Use your passion and your strengths to your advantage. But let's face it, today's problems are incredibly complex. And if you try to tackle them on your own, you're surely going to miss something important. No matter how smart or hardworking you are, you're never going to be great at everything. The liberating point is you don't have to be. To do really important work, and by that, you need to team up with people who are really different from you. Let's think for a minute about innovation. Innovation kind of makes the world go round these days, right? And a lot of people get confused. They think innovation is the same thing as creativity. But creativity is about novel ideas, blue sky thinking, big crazy stuff, right? Yeah, but if that's all you've got, you're just left with a bunch of big crazy ideas. Innovation requires application. And to innovate, that means you need to take those big new ideas and turn them into something practical and useful. And the reality is, most of us are good at only one of those things. So let's do a quick thought experiment. All of you, I want you to think about which one sounds more like you. I'm going to describe two ways of thinking. Are you the big picture, complex thinker? You love abstract ideas? Do you see connections between unusual things? Or are you the person who asks, so what? How does that work? Who's going to get started? Do you take those big ideas and apply them and turn them into something concrete and usable? Both kinds of thinkers are absolutely essential for innovation. The problem is that those two types of thinkers rarely work well together. In fact, they often get on each other's nerves. The big thinker says, oh, I'm so superior, I only think big thoughts. And the really concrete one goes, come on, dude, let's make it happen. Right? And that difference is just one of a zillion being a technical term, zillion kind of differences between people. Diversity comes in a vast array of flavors. It could be different knowledge interests, work experiences, cultural backgrounds, wealth, and so on. And the thing is, human nature is such that we tend to gravitate towards people who are really similar to us. So if you want to really succeed, and that means tackling tough problems and creating breakthrough solutions, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to find people who are genuinely different than you, and here's the hard part, learn how to use healthy conflict to take advantage of those differences. For our new book, Smarter Collaboration, my co-author and I, we collected and analyzed millions of data records from organizations across the planet. And if you take a look at even the first chapter of that, you're going to see proof that people who operate like this, they deliberately work across silos and seek out and engage with people who are different from them. They are far, far more successful than people who operate in silos. But just surrounding yourself with people who think differently isn't enough. You need to learn how to stimulate and use what's called task conflict for a creative and constructive outcome. If you're in a group, find ways to challenge each other, debate ideas, and bring your unique point of view to bear. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had a really big argument with somebody about the ideas, and then afterward you walked off together and said, hey, that was cool, let's go grab a coffee or a beer or whatever, right? But too often that doesn't happen. We disagree and it turns personal. The crucial ingredients to preventing that debate from turning into interpersonal discord, trust and curiosity. When you start to disagree, make sure you're doing it with the right intentions. You're trying to pressure test concepts so that you come up with a far better solution than any of you could have done on your own. Tell the other person why you're being so tough on their ideas, and it's because you want to reach a better solution. You're not trying to make them look stupid. Gaining their trust is essential. The other angle is curiosity. When you have an allergic reaction to something that somebody's saying, rather than reject it or reject them or mock them, use it to spark curiosity. Ask yourself, why do they see the world so differently? What if you were to put those two sets of really different ideas together, and how could that be more powerful than either of you on your own? That's absolutely what we mean by the term smarter collaboration. It's knowing your strengths, having the courage to admit where you're not brilliant, finding people who complement you, and then embracing them because they're different from you. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Here's what we're going to try to do. Pick one, only one. First thing, practice gratitude. It helps you build the kind of supportive network you need throughout life. 2, identify and use your passion and strengths. That's how you stay energized and make the biggest difference in the world. 3, team up with people who are really different than you. That's when your strengths shine and you become most powerful. And lastly, harness differences by building trust and fostering curiosity. Let me wrap up with a piece of advice we use in the opening of our new book. And I have to tell you this little bit because it only makes sense. My co-author on the new book is my husband. That's a story for another day, but what I wanted to tell you is the dedication we gave to our daughters, Zoe and Anya, and the whole generation of upcoming smart collaborators. That's you. So here's the advice. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And you've already begun this journey with your fellow vandals, and I have faith you'll do it wherever life takes you, reaching unimaginable heights. Godspeed, thank you, and go Vandals!
Thank you, Heidi, and we appreciate you sharing your story and your wisdom with us today. As I mentioned, our whole leadership team is benefiting from her sage advice and counsel, and we're a better place for it. We're all works in process, but we're definitely a better place for it. It's now time to confer our honorary degree, and I invite Provost and Executive Vice President Tori Lawrence and Faculty Commencement Committee Chair Richard Nielsen to join me in conferring this degree.
An honorary degree is awarded to a person deserving recognition by virtue of scholarly distinction, noteworthy public service, or significant contributions to the state of Idaho. May I present Kevin Satterley for the degree Honorary Doctorate. Kevin Satterley became the 13th president of Idaho State University in June of 2018. He earned his bachelor's degree in political science from Boise State University and his law degree from the University of Idaho. Kevin grew up in Priest River and has served in higher education in his home state for more than 20 years. He restructured the President's Leadership Council into a more effective statewide institution that has helped drive change across Idaho's colleges and universities. He has spearheaded unprecedented collaboration and cooperation in Idaho higher education over the past 4 years, leading to focused investments that benefit our entire state. The University of Idaho is proud to confer upon Kevin Satterley, a most distinguished individual, the degree of Honorary Doctor of Education.
Kevin Satterley, upon the recommendation of the faculty and with authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, and the University of Idaho, I confer upon you the degree Honorary Doctor of Education, together with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. You can read more about our distinguished honoree in your commencement program. It is a privilege and a joy to work with all of our talented and committed student leaders. From the Student Bar Association to the Graduate Professional Student Association to all of our many clubs and organizations, we have great students who care about our community and give back. I'd like to invite Tanner McLean, President of the Associated Students of the University of Idaho, to say a few words.
Last year, on the night before commencement, I joined a group of seniors who went up all night swapping stories around a roaring fire along Old Greek Row. I could see the excitement of graduation in their eyes. For so long, they had spent waiting for tomorrow, a day in which a new chapter would begin. However, a new chapter could not begin without the closing of the past. These graduating seniors spent their last night of college reminiscing upon nostalgic memories that once were, but could never be relived again. So naturally, they spent this time together to create one last college memory. Every one of you before me today has dedicated a part of your life to attend the University of Idaho. Now, I ask each of you to take a moment to reflect on this part of your life. Remember back to moving onto campus, the late nights spent anxiously cramming at the library, walking to class along Hello Walk while bravely facing the bitter cold Moscow winters. Remember all the dumb mistakes you and your friends now laugh about when looking back. The time you found your community here in Moscow, the friends who made your college experience a joyous one. Returning to these memories will elicit a sentimental yearning for the happiness of a former time. I know much of this is corny, perhaps generic for a commencement speech. Nevertheless, I want you to reflect on your college days and remember this moment here and now as the day began your next chapter. I'm not asking you to look into your past of the sadness of leaving behind the good old college days. I'm asking you to look into the past to celebrate the tremendous accomplishment you have all just now achieved. You have all dedicated years to receiving the diploma that will be in your hands very shortly, and that is worth celebrating. In the days to come, you may leave Moscow behind. During this moment, reflect upon the memories that will forever be deeply ingrained in this town you once called home. As you're driving out of Moscow, remember back to the good old days, as the rolling hills of the snow-covered Palouse shrink further away in the distance. I'm not graduating alongside you today, but I am awestruck at how fast each year has passed as I near graduation. The time I have spent here has dramatically changed me, but I struggle to grasp the speed at which I have changed. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different." When first coming to university, I was anxious about the change that came with the start of this chapter. Yet, if I had not embraced this change, I wouldn't be standing in front of you today. The change resulted from seizing the opportunities that were placed before me. Some of you may fear change and may be nervous about beginning a new chapter in your life. For you have reached the pinnacle of your college career, but with this, you will start as a beginner wherever you end up. In your life, you are given minimal opportunities to start a new chapter entirely. And if you fear that the good old days are behind you, you'll be unable to embrace the good times to come in your future. Pursue your happiness and aim at the life you want to live. Now, I ask all of you to look into the future, to imagine your life as you embark upon a new adventure. Imagine your future career and the foreseeable opportunities that come with it. Imagine traveling to new places and experiencing life to the fullest. Imagine a house that you will call home. Imagine attending the graduation of your children, who you will be proud of just as your parents and families are proud of you today. Imagine growing old, being surrounded by those who love you. Now, imagine a not-so-distant future, walking across this stage to receive your diploma, thereby concluding this chapter of your life. Celebrating the past while embracing the future is the message I want to leave with you today. I also want to thank those who I know here today for being a part of my college experience. I can see the excitement of graduation in each of you. For so long you have waited for today. a day when a new chapter begins. Congratulations, and as always, go Vandals!
Thank you, Tanner. Thank you for taking us all down memory lane. I'd now like to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Warren, Professor of Military Science, who will recognize our graduates who've been commissioned in the United States Armed Forces.
Good morning. The University of Idaho has a long history of developing the future officer leadership of the United States Armed Forces: the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Space Force. This graduating class is no exception. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Warren, and I'm honored to speak with you today. Please direct your attention to the uniformed graduates in the audience. Later in today's ceremony, each of these graduates will walk with their respective colleges to receive their diplomas. However, prior to that, we would like to recognize them for having completed a rigorous leadership development program in conjunction with their pursuit of a degree. Each of these students were commissioned as officers yesterday and swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, to bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and they took this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and they will well and faithfully discharge the office upon which they have entered. So help them God. Please join me in recognizing these great Americans for their achievements and their sworn commitment to lead and serve our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and guardians.
And thank you for your service. We're grateful for our ROTC and the amazing work of our students in those programs. Provost and Executive Vice President Lawrence will now recognize our graduates who have earned honors cords.
Good morning. The University of Idaho is committed to the pursuit of excellence. Today we recognize the undergraduate students who are graduating with special honors. Will the students please stand as I call your honor designation and remain standing? Audience, please hold your applause until all honorees are standing. Cum laude, with distinction, signified by the Bronze Honor Cord. These are the top 10% of their college class. Please stand. Magna cum laude, with great distinction, signified by the Silver Honor Cord. They are the top 6% of their college class. Will you please stand? Summa cum laude, with highest distinction, signified by the Gold Honor Cord. They are the top 3% of their college class. Please stand. Next, we will invite members of our honors program to stand and be recognized. And at this time, we also recognize other honor societies, officer education program candidates, veterans, and all others with honor cords. Will you please stand? You have all brought distinction to yourselves and to our university through your high achievements as students and scholars. We honor your hard work and commitment to learning. We look to you for leadership in upholding high standards for yourselves and for your peers. Congratulations. And now, the reason we are all here today. We will begin the granting of degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate, master's, specialist, and doctoral degrees. These requirements set forth by the faculty at the University of Idaho and have been completed through formal study. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present today, as well as upon those who have been duly excused. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please stand? President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the baccalaureate degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony wherefore, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for master's and specialist degrees please stand? Each of you has completed satisfactory, rigorous, advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive master's or specialist degrees so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the specialist degree or master's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the graduates for the degree Juris Doctor please stand? Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive a Juris Doctor degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the Juris Doctor degree earned with all its honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Will the marshals please escort the candidates for the degree Juris Doctor to the stage to receive their degrees? Students receiving the doctorate are given a doctoral hood. They will be hooded today by their dean, Johanna Kalb. These students will be followed by the master's, specialist, and baccalaureate degree recipients. After receiving your degree, we ask that all candidates please stay for the rest of the ceremony out of respect for other graduates and their families. Marshals, please begin escorting all of our graduates to the stage.
Aaron Isaac Agramon. Sheila Ann Kopczynski. Tuong Hui Nguyen. Victoria Eleanor Wright. Students graduating with a specialist degree will be greeted by Dean Jerry McMurtry. Randy Kent Thompson, Educational Leadership. Students graduating with a master's degree will be greeted by Dean Jerry McMurtry. John Bosco Areola, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Aaron Lynn Bacon, Movement and Leisure Sciences. Barbara Renee Broyles, Public Administration. Lisa Annette Cochran, Anthropology. Adriana Irene Cole, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Cheryl Ann Copeland, Curriculum and Instruction. Cami Lynn Dixon, Educational Leadership. Ohud El Sarani, Public Administration. Lisa Karen Freistack, Theater Arts. Marissa Cherie Haley, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Samantha Ann Hammond, Public Administration. Olivia Claire Levens, Public Administration. Talia Ray McGreal, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. Jeffrey Miller III, Theater Arts. Corey Ann Pinque, Educational Leadership. Geraldine Steiger Schultz, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership. McKenna Lane Sosa, Curriculum and Instruction. Nicole Annette Wright, Public Administration. Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in College of Art and Architecture will be greeted by Dean Shauna Corey. Austin Brian Smith. Elijah Bennett Code, magna cum laude. Selena Marie Galicia. Logan Wesley Hall. Parker Penelope Ward. Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences will be greeted by Dean Brooke Blevins. Emma Nicole Bartlett. Anna Ruth Bellinger. Amber Joy Britton, cum laude. Madeline Joanne Coleman, summa cum laude. Hunter Augusta Connolly, summa cum laude. Carson Jerome Corgatelli. Eleanor Ann DeCold. Kaylee Elizabeth DeWitt. Joshua Cato Figueredo. Emily Hope Hill. Elaine Hwang. Erica Marie Larson. Alyssa Nicole Lundgren. Charles Avery Minor. Ashley Morgan Munt. McCoy Thomas Patton. Spencer Pike. Rachel Pond, summa cum laude. Danielle Walther. China Rain Wilcox.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences will be greeted by Dean Sean Quinlan. Grace Catherine Meyer, summa cum laude. Theodore Andrew Jessup, summa cum laude. Kyle Victor Akaragi. Caitlin Sabrina Adkins. Augustin John Almanza. Holly Kasha Aragon. Kyra Leanne Bake, cum laude. Nell Elisa Gabrielle Baker. Colby Ray Barrett. Benjamin C. Bertram. Anton Reese Brents. Stevie Renee Carr. Rebecca L. Connors. Cum laude. Maddie Elizabeth Kroom. Ashley M. Dahl. Desiree Driggers. Lake Ashton Edmondson. Nathan James Eisenhower. Antea Celine Ellswick. Alexandra Nicole Forsman. Matthew Pablo Gomez. Austin Allen Groniger. Bethany Bonlin Hager. Grace Ann Hartwig, cum laude. Faith M. Hoik. Alex Logan Jenkins. Luke Robert Jones. Faith Angeline Katsianis. Cassidy Page Kurzman. Dara Rose Loader. Jessica Melissa Megis, summa cum laude. Virginia Mize. Kaya May Monson. Ryan Phelan Morgan. McKenna Maria Murphy. Morgan Christopher Neal. Carter Stephanie Nelson. Awan Parker. DeAndre K. Pittman. Benjamin Scott Pinkham. Blake Franklin Presnell, summa cum laude. John William Robinson. Elijah Paul Roach. Karina Rodriguez. Moika Ashley Shimizu, summa cum laude. Kira Lee Smith. Jillian Page Smith. Nicole Marie Sperano, summa cum laude. Riora Spearing. Kristen Kim Spiros. Jillian Elaine Stanley. Kayla Marie Steele, cum laude. Therese Linnell Traynor. Michael Null. Chase Austin Thompson. Trainer Daniel Underwood. Zachary John von Reisfeld. Catherine Lee Waddell. Cadence Thomas Warner. Caitlin Watson. Cassidy Nicole White. Rachel Nicole Wiedenman. Riley Christine Wilmoth. Good job.
May I have all the graduates please stand. You are all now graduates, so it's time to move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. I'd like to ask Marie Duncan, class of 2009, to come forward.
Good morning, Vandals. Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as this institution. May I have all University of Idaho alumni in the audience and on the platform please stand. That's all you guys know. Graduates, you are joining an elite and loyal group of Vandals and individuals now numbering over 112,000 strong. They are living and working and making a difference in Idaho, nationally, and around the globe. And now you too are a part of the University of Idaho alumni family. Welcome, congratulations, and go Vandals.
Thank you, Marie. I want to take a moment to recognize Mary Kay McFadden. Mary Kay, would you stand, please? Mary, what, your family's here too, Mary Kay? Mary Kay is a familiar face to so many of our alumni. This is her final commencement before she retires from her role as Vice President for University Advancement. Mary Kay, we appreciate all that you've done for our university and for our students. So thank you, stand up, give a wave, and just know we love you. As we near the end of our commencement ceremony, I'd like to take a few moments to show our appreciation to the many, many individuals who made today possible. First, the Idaho Brass Quartet with John Anderson on the piano, led by Assistant Professor and Director of Bands, Mark Thiel. Also to Caitlin Atchison and the Vandaliers for their musical performances. And special thanks go to our commencement readers, Sarah Nelson and Josh Bailey. The presentation of colors was made by a color guard comprised of cadets from Idaho's ROTC unit. And also thank you to our floor and college marshals, and for the leadership of Dr. Rula Awad Rafferty, lead marshal for our ceremony today. Thank you to Jeremy Falk, our announcer and voice from above. Many others worked for several months to make this event so special, and my gratitude to the committees, faculty, and staff who had a part in planning this ceremony. Let's give them all a round of applause. Finally, and importantly, I wish to acknowledge the faculty. Will our faculty please stand? Boy, it's been a tough couple of years, but you provide the knowledge and mentorship to our students and have been really important to them getting here today. You advise them, you support them, and you give them the tools they need to be successful. You are central to our land-grant mission of teaching, discovery, and service. We commend you for your dedication to our students and to the University of Idaho. Thank you. Graduates, after the ceremony, please join your family and friends outside for photos, but please wait until the stage party has exited the seating area before you begin to recess. Finally, please join us in a special University of Idaho tradition, the singing of the alma mater. The words are located in your program. Please stand.
And here we have Idaho, winning her way to fame. Silver and gold in the sunlight blaze, and romance is in her name. We'll go singing, singing of you, all proudly too, all our lives through. We'll go singing, singing of you, alma mater,
This concludes the 128th commencement of the University of Idaho. Parents and families, please meet your graduate outside for pictures. Thank you for attending, and go Vandals!
Idaho.